But this is what happened. We were in the green room. Why is it called the green room?
We don't know.
Because performers are all nervous and they turn green. That's why. We were in the green room and Ethan comes over to me and says, you know, during the celebration for me in New York, there's going to be a piano. And why don't you play something? And I turned white because I hadn't been practicing. You know, when you see all the screenings and my email, I have 600 letters on my email from the screening. People are writing to me, and I had no time to practice. So that happened several weeks ago, and what do you suppose I was experiencing? I'm letting down Ethan. I never like to let down Ethan. So when he was making plans for the documentary, he said to me, now Seymour, you don't have to do this. You haven't performed in public for over 30 years, but would you consider giving a recital for my theater group? I turned white again, and I thought to myself, I can't let this man down. So, in preparation for that, I had to practice 8 hours a day, as though I were going to make my New York debut. You didn't sit down and play for a huge audience after 37 years so easily, right? So what happened? My taxi comes to Steinway. It's a beautiful rotunda. You saw it in the documentary. And I approached the Steinway showroom, and I saw a camera pointing through the window at this illuminated concert grand. I walked in, and there were eminent actors and actresses sitting there, and I thought, I'm going to die. I'm not going to be able to do this. Ethan comes out, and he introduces me, and a profound calm came over me. And it stemmed from the fact of what I told you. I can't resist him. I wouldn't let him down for the world. So even though I wasn't able to practice, this afternoon I went over one piece. And I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. And can we have the light on the piano? Is that spotlight on? No, but it's not on. Can you turn the spotlight on? Oh, you can't?
I think it's.
Let me see. All right, I'll try. I don't wear glasses anymore because 2 years ago, my eyes returned to normal. And my ophthalmologist said, oh my God. He never heard of such a thing. And anyway, what?
What are you going to play, Seymour?
I'll take it.
I wish they could put, it's all right, I'll try. No, I'm not, I'm going to announce my piece. So I'm going to play a Brahms intermezzo. And I have to tell you a story about this piece in relation to my past performances. When I was in my 20s, I lived in Newark, New Jersey, and there was a retirement home, get this, for retired intellectual Viennese women. What an audience, right? So the director calls me up and she asked if I would give a recital for them. And I played a group of Brahms pieces, including this one that I'm going to play for you. And at the end of the recital, the director came over to me and she said, our eldest resident here has to talk to you, but she's very old, and you have to put your ear against her mouth, because she can only whisper. So she brought me over to a wheelchair, and there sat like a little shriveled bird. She must have been over 100 years old. And I put my ear against her mouth, and this is what she said. I heard Brahms play those pieces. He came to Hanover and played them at Clara Schumann's funeral. So, what does a 20-year-old boy do to hear such a story? I fell on the floor. I'm part of history. I'm sitting there next to history. So when I recovered, I put my ear back to her mouth and I said, how did he play? She said, he made a lot of mistakes. And you play much better. So now whenever my pupils play Brahms, I always tell them, you know, I play better than he did. The light isn't really good.
Oh.